Okay. Hey guys. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the last part of this hour. And let's just continue with Unit 5. We're at the beginning of Unit 5. And we were talking about different places that we go to. And we can see here, of course, we've got a school right here. Now, for those of you who take my English class, you take your English class a little differently than this typical regular school. Some of you, some of my students we actually go to a regular school like this and meet in an area of a regular school like this. Um, some of my other students, we meet at a church. So I've had students where I meet them at a community center. So we have different places that we can meet for English class, right, with CPACs. And because our school is a little different, we are a language learning school. And as you can see, some of you have classes with me at Benefield, some of you at KCPC. I want you to think about where those schools are located, where we meet for English class. Think about where they're located, the area, the town. And I want you to try to think about some areas in that town that are near the school, that you go to for English language learning. I want you to write them down in the comments section of the YouTube video. And I want you to think about, near the school, is there a grocery store? If there's a grocery store, what grocery store is near the school? Near the school, is there a park? Or is there a church? Or is your school in the church? So I want you to think about that. Okay, and so we're going to move on in our book to page 59. Okay, and I want us to take a look at page 59. Our goal on page 59 is to identify places around town, to identify the locations of places, and to write directions to a place. But first, let's look at the places in the pictures, okay? We're going to look at the places in the pictures. And on page 59, this is what you will see right here. This is what you'll see on page 59. All right. Just realized. So this is what you'll see on page 59. Let's try to make this as easy as possible for you guys to see. So here's page 59. And let's look at some of these places that we see in here, right? Let's take a look at some of these places on page 59. Try to make this a little bit bigger. Right? So here we've got number 1 right here. Well, first let's look at our unit goals, right? Our unit goals are to identify places around town, identify locations of places, and write directions to a place. So those are our unit goals. But let's take a look at this right here. And before we listen to the conversation and write the letter of the conversation, I want us to just kind of take a quick peek at these places. So right here, you see, if you can read that, it says United States Post Office, right? You can see that. What does this look like? It's like a playground. You see the slide, the kid slide. Here we see, what's this word? Pharmacy. Pharmacy. Right here we see a bus, right? And there's a little waiting area right here for the bus. This, you see pictures, large pictures, people walking around, looking at pictures. This is a museum. And then, of course, you've got people, well, we see a waiter, so it looks like we're at a restaurant, I think, is what that looks like. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to listen to the conversations, and I'm going to play it twice, but I want you to pay attention to both exercise A and exercise B, because the same conversation is used for exercise A and exercise B. In exercise A, they want you to tell where they are talking about. In exercise B, they want you to listen for the street name, and then you're going to circle the street name that you hear. So let's go with listening first to the conversation.
Unit 5, Around Town, page 59, exercises 2A and 2B.
Okay, I am going to see if we can listen to the conversation and hear and see the video at the same time. So I'm going to play.
Track 42. Conversation A.
Oh, very good.
Excuse me, where's the pharmacy?
The pharmacy? It's on 5th Avenue.
5th Avenue? Is it far from here?
No, just go straight about 2 blocks.
Thank you very much. Conversation B.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the museum.
The museum? Oh, yes. It's on C Street.
C Street? Where is that?
It's not far. Turn left at the next street.
Thanks a lot.
Conversation C.
Excuse me, I can't find the post office. The post office? It's on 70th Street. 70th Street? That way? Yes, just go that way a block. Thanks for your help.
Conversation D.
Excuse me, is the bus stop around here?
The bus stop? Let's see. Yes, it's on G Street.
G Street? Is that far?
No, it's across the street.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Conversation E. Excuse me, I'm looking for the playground.
The playground? It's on 1st Avenue.
1st Avenue? Where is that?
Go to the corner and turn left.
Thanks so much. Conversation F. Excuse me, is there a restaurant near here? A restaurant? Oh, yes. It's on 3rd Avenue. 3rd Avenue? Over there? Yes, it's not far. Go straight a few more blocks. It's on your right. Great. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so we just listened to this audio. I'm going to play it one more time because we heard the audio for the first section. So just to make sure that you get it for the second section, I'm going to play it one more time.
Unit 5. Around Town, page 59, exercises 2A and 2B. Track 42. Conversation A. Excuse me, where's the pharmacy?
The pharmacy? It's on 5th Avenue.
5th Avenue? Is it far from here?
No, just go straight about 2 blocks.
Thank you very much. Conversation B.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the museum.
The museum? Oh, yes. It's on C Street.
C Street? Where is that?
It's not far. Turn left at the next street.
Thanks a lot.
Conversation C.
Excuse me, I can't find the post office. The post office? It's on 70th Street. 70th Street? That way? Yes, just go that way a block. Thanks for your help.
Conversation D.
Excuse me, is the bus stop around here?
The bus stop? Let's see. Yes, it's on G Street.
G Street? Is that far?
No, it's across the street.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Conversation E. Excuse me, I'm looking for the playground.
The playground? It's on 1st Avenue.
1st Avenue? Where is that?
Go to the corner and turn left.
Thanks so much. Conversation F.
Excuse me, is there a restaurant near here?
A restaurant? Oh, yes. It's on 3rd Avenue.
3rd Avenue? Over there?
Yes, it's not far. Go straight a few more blocks. It's on your right.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so that's the end of the audio. So let's go through and talk about each one. So we know that number 3 was conversation A, because they talked about the pharmacy. So let's go through each one. Let's see. So conversation A is number 3. Let's go with conversation B. What number is conversation B? Conversation B is number 5. Conversation B is number 5. Conversation C is number 1. Conversation C is number 1. Conversation D is number 4. Conversation D is number 4. Conversation E is number 2. Conversation E is number 2. And conversation F is number 6. Conversation F is number 6. That's exercise A. And then let's look at exercise B. So the first street name we heard was 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue. Repeat after me. 5th Avenue. Exercise B. The street name that we heard was C Street. C Street. C, the conversation took place about 70th Street. They were talking about 70th Street. Exercise D, they were talking about G Street. G Street. Exercise E, they were talking about 1st Avenue. 1st Avenue. And exercise F, they were talking about 3rd Avenue. 3rd Avenue. So when we check our answers, they will look like this. Oops, sorry about that. C, E, A, D, B, F. And then, of course, we have C Street, 70th Street, G Street, 1st Avenue, and 3rd Avenue. All right, that's what those will look like. Now, I want us to come back up to the lesson here for exercise 3. And it asks the question, how many places are in your neighborhood? How many places are in your neighborhood? So first, I want you to repeat after me the names of different places that can be in your neighborhood. I want you to just repeat after me, and then we will go from there. So first, museums. Repeat after me. Museums. I also want to point this out. You notice right here they have 0. And first, what I want to say is all of the places have an S on the end. Because if you have more than one of these places in your neighborhood, then, you will want to have a plural. So you'll want to say S. And when we ask a question about a specific place, like how many, we usually use plural. So we'll say, oh, how many museums do you have in your town? How many pharmacies do you have in your town? So that's why you'll see that all of these will have the plural form of the word on here. And then I want you to notice right here where it says 0. Usually, if you have 0 museums in your community and someone says, oh, how many museums do you have in your town? We won't say 0. We would just say none, right? You'll notice right over here in the useful language section, let me see if you see it better right here. It says, when 0 means 0, we say none, okay? So how many museums are in your neighborhood? Repeat after me. Pharmacies. Pharmacies. Bus stops. Bus stops. Libraries. Libraries. Restaurants. Restaurants. Parks. Parks. Schools. Schools. Post offices. Post offices. Hospitals. Hospitals. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask and answer questions. So it says work with a partner. You can work with someone at home. And I'm going to ask the question the way you would ask someone the question. How many museums are in your neighborhood? How many museums are in your neighborhood? How many pharmacies are in your neighborhood? How many pharmacies are in your neighborhood? How many bus stops are in your neighborhood? How many bus stops are in your neighborhood? How many libraries are in your neighborhood? How many libraries are in your neighborhood? How many restaurants are in your neighborhood? How many restaurants are in your neighborhood? How many parks are in your neighborhood? How many parks are in your neighborhood? How many schools are in your neighborhood? How many schools are in your neighborhood? How many post offices are in your neighborhood? How many post offices are in your neighborhood? How many hospitals are in your neighborhood? How many hospitals are in your neighborhood? So when you ask the how many question, just remember, whenever you're asking how many, whatever noun you use after person, place, or thing, whatever noun you use after how many, you will put it in plural form, okay? How many dogs are in your neighborhood? Right? How many cats are in your neighborhood? How many snakes are in your neighborhood? Hopefully none. All right. So that'll do it for this, the end of this hour. I would like for you guys to do homework. For your homework, I would like you to do page 54 and 55 in your student workbook. Page 54 and 55 in your student workbook, and we will take care of that the next hour. We will answer the questions for your homework in the next hour. Okay? See you guys.